coming out of this fight, uh, you had a couple good call outs, Paddy Pimblett, Jim Miller, Clay Guida. I'm kind of like, I actually threw Drew Dober in there in a poll
No,
that I made.
nobody liked my call outs.
I liked them.
And
I was a fan.
let me tell you why these make sense. Jim Miller, he is a veteran. He has more fights in the UFC than I probably have altogether. Like that's just experience. Same with Clay Guida. They're just people with a lot of experience. They're people that have been in the game for a long time. Beating someone like that, shows that I'm up and coming. And maybe it's not going to be the harder fight, but it's good for my bank account. And this is a business after all. Paddy Pimblett makes the most sense because I have now entered the leaderboard on 4 fights in a row. Paddy has 5 fights in a row, but Paddy has not been given any person. Like he's not been given any up and comer. He's not been given aside from uh Gordon, right?
Yeah, Jared Gordon.
Except for him. And I thought he won that fight, but that's the only person he fought that actually matters. Tony Ferguson's on a 6 fight, was on a 6 fight losing streak, now 7 fight losing streak. He's not gonna win. He hasn't won in the last 6 fights. What do you think he's gonna win now? No, he's done. So they keep feeding this kid. They push him around in a baby stroller and feed him whatever he wants. Now, that makes sense to me because I beat Paddy and now I kick him off that leaderboard. Now it's just me, Islam, and Moicano. We're the only, well, whoever else. We're the only people with leader streaks. Now he can solidify himself as, one of the better lightweights in the division by beating me. Or I can kick him off the leaderboard and solidify myself as one of the better lightweights in the division. It's just a good fight to make. He's also not far ahead of me, like 10 rankings, not even.
Yeah, 100%. And I think you guys are both in that point in your careers where it's kind of like, um, let's push you guys to the next level at this point, or not let's, but the UFC is probably thinking that like, let's see what these guys got at the next level and see if we can get them
Bro,
into some title contention. So you gotta,
I
you
swear the
know,
UFC thinks of me that way. I've never been given an easy fight. Every time someone says my name, it's against some stud up and comer. And I've proven myself every time. So I feel like I'm owed a scrub. And Patty might be that scrub.
Patty might be a
Patty's
scrub over
terrible.
like Jim Miller and
Patty's
shit.
terrible. Yeah, yeah. I think Jim Miller's way better than Patty. I
Yeah.
would I would have a way harder time with Jim Miller than Patty.
Yeah, and for the record, if people don't even know this, I mean, you fought Gilbert Burns in your debut.
True.
Sadiq Yusuf on Contender Series. That was a fucking war. So
Yes.
you've had these crazy fights. But who did we just mention again? Sorry,
Jim Miller.
Jim Miller. I was gonna
Patty.
say, Jim Miller. I was gonna even say like that's a great fight for your career, or Clay Guida, just because they're such like wiry veterans in the sport and they have a
Yes.
lot of tactics and a lot of things that you will take out of that fight that could probably improve from, just
100%.
fighting a guy like that. So people who are
They
saying
are
like that's not
both
a good fight.
absolute dogs and
Yeah.
fighting kind of like Mason Jones. Like I had to take a lot out of that fight. And it would fighting someone like them would be the same. I would get a lot of knowledge from it. I'm starting to think I fight for the knowledge, honestly. I don't fight for pleasure. It's not fun.
Yeah. But I don't know, dude. I see you in there. And even in training, like you're pretty brutal. I personally, like, I'll see other guys training, and I thought in my head watching your videos, like I wouldn't really want to train with this guy. That seems like painful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you I don't know. Do you like to hurt people a little bit?
I don't like to hurt people, but I do like to establish myself as one of the alphas.
I could tell. Yeah, I could tell. Just to make him second guess about wanting to like go hard and sparring against you, almost is what I take out
Oh,
of
and
that.
if you go hard against me, I'm definitely gonna hit you. But if we're just playing around, I'm going light. To the body is a little harder. I will definitely drop you to the body because it's not gonna kill you. I won't hit you in the head though. I don't like to punch people in the head hard.
I see.
But I will
Um,
kick your legs and I will punch your body.